Let's talk, Simon, about the new EU border checks that we've heard so much about for so many years, delayed and delayed and delayed. Now they have actually come into force. What are they and what will they mean for us here in the UK?
Breaking! A stunning humiliation for Sir Keir Starmer. Yes, the man who once promised calm competence has instead delivered total chaos in the clouds. Just 1 minute ago, over 3,000 Brits were slapped with the ultimate humiliation. Stopped from boarding planes to Finland. Why? Because the EU's new digital border system went live and our dear Prime Minister completely unprepared. Again, passengers in Heathrow and Manchester were left sobbing into overpriced croissants while Starmer was allegedly spotted mumbling something about robust frameworks and shared values, whatever that means. Hold on to your boarding passes, folks, because what started as a routine flight to Finland just nosedived into a political freefall. And if you love the glorious drama of Westminster buffoonery, hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell and give that like a good old British wallop. You don't want to miss the next episode of Starmer's Chronicles, The Beige Awakens. Before we show you the video footage, I'd like to ask you a small favour. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video. It all kicked off this morning. Dawn breaking over Heathrow, sleepy-eyed Brits clutching passports, earbuds and travel pillows. The usual hustle, families heading to Lapland, business folk off to Helsinki, and one poor lad just trying to propose under the Northern Lights. But then, boom, flights cancelled, gates slammed shut. Airline staff whispering behind kiosks like they'd just seen a ghost named Keir Starmer's foreign policy. Over 3,000 passengers told flat out, "Sorry, love, you can't board. You didn't register your face with the EU." One woman sobbed, "But I booked this ticket 3 months ago," another muttered. They said I needed a biometric pre-clearance. A what now? A dad trying to get to his daughter's university graduation? Denied. A young nurse on her first holiday in 3 years. Stranded. Meanwhile, back at Starmer HQ, you can almost hear the spin machine warming up. This is a complex post-Brexit interoperability miscommunication event. Translation? We didn't read the memo. Again, let's unravel the absolute spaghetti of this disaster, shall we? The EU, in all its grey-suited glory, has launched the Entry-Exit System, ES, a swanky, futuristic border system requiring every non-EU traveller to register biometric data. Fingerprints, facial scans, shoe size, star sign, who knows. It's part of a fabulous digital utopia where every sneeze at Schengen border control is logged in triplicate. And guess who didn't prepare? You guessed it. Sir Keir, Mr. Sensible Starmer, the man who campaigned on making Brexit work. Oh, it's working, all right. Working travellers straight into airport purgatory. Finland decided, without so much as a WhatsApp to Downing Street, that this week it was flipping the switch. Full EES enforcement, ready or not, and airlines completely caught with their trousers down. British Airways, EasyJet, Ryanair, none of them were updated in time. One airline official allegedly muttered, "We found out through a Finnish Facebook post." You couldn't make it up. And now here's where it gets really rich. Team Starmer has responded with the classic move, blame Brussels. Yes, you heard that correctly. In the very same Brussels they're desperate to impress, like it's an awkward first date. A government spokesperson released a statement that basically said, well, this wasn't communicated properly. We're working with partners. Finland acted independently. Please stop shouting at us. Not exactly a Churchillian rallying cry. Meanwhile, the opposition benches are lighting up like a Guy Fawkes bonfire. Tory MP Daniel Hargreaves blasted Starmer for sleepwalking Britain into bureaucracy. Nigel Farage, never one to miss a chance for a smug grin, called it Starmer's surrender to EU boogaloo. X is a war zone. Hashtags like hashtag Starmer, travel fail, hashtag biometric blunder, and hashtag Keir cancelled my flight are trending harder than a Love Island breakup. Let's get serious for a moment, because behind all the memes and ministerial mumbling, there are real people paying the price. A young couple missed their once-in-a-lifetime Lapland honeymoon. A software engineer spent £800 rebooking flights while watching Starmer on TV talking about data architecture. A retired army vet, medals in hand, was told his passport wasn't compatible with the system. Meanwhile, the elite dine on scallops in Brussels, nodding sagely about frictionless travel. One LBC caller, a teacher from Sheffield, said it best. We were told Brexit would mean control, but I feel more out of control than ever. I just want to go on me bloody holiday, mate. Let's zoom out. Finland, sticking to the rule book. Their Ministry of the Interior issued a cold, clinical statement. The EES is required by EU law. All third country nationals must comply. Brussels, even colder. We informed member states of the timeline. It is not our responsibility to ensure UK readiness. Translation, not our circus, not our clowns. Other EU countries, seeing this mess, are now delaying their own EES rollouts. France and Spain, maybe next month. But Finland... oh no, they're going full Terminator. And the UK, still refreshing their inbox, hoping for a guidance email from Ursula von der Leyen. Back in Westminster, Starmer's aides are reportedly in crisis communications mode, which for them means writing a very long press release with bullet points and one of those graphs that makes everything look fine. This is not just a travel disaster, it's Starmer's first real foreign policy implosion. He built his brand on being the opposite of chaos. No drama, no slogans, just quiet, competent, beige efficiency. But now, his own MPs are grumbling. One Labour backbencher was overheard saying, "We've gone from stable leadership to airport shambles in 0.3 seconds." Even the Lib Dems are starting to look slightly alive again. That's how bad it is. Here's the terrifying part. This is only Finland. The full EU-wide EES goes live everywhere in 2026. That means millions of British travellers could face biometric logjams, passport rejections and holiday cancellations unless the systems are fixed. Analysts are calling this Starmer's test flight. And guess what? It crashed on takeoff. If this isn't sorted sharpish, the summer of 2026 could see thousands stranded across Europe with Starmer on BBC One mumbling about interoperable entry architecture. So where does that leave us? Over 3,000 Brits grounded. A Prime Minister asleep at the joystick, an EU border system as clear as mud, and a public rapidly losing patience. Starmer wanted to be the man who made Brexit work, but if this is his version of competence, maybe we should have booked a flight under Theresa May's name instead. Right now, in airports across Britain, you've got pensioners trying to scan their retinas on broken machines, kids crying over cancelled trips, and airline staff Googling EES protocol on their lunch breaks. And what do we get from number 10? A shrug, a sigh and another press conference about diplomatic engagement. So what do you think? Should Finland have enforced the system this week? Did Starmer drop the ball or fumble it, juggle it and kick it into his own net? And are we witnessing the beginning of a digital border disaster that no one in Westminster saw coming? Comment below. We want your stories, your thoughts and your rants. Have you been affected? Do you trust this government to fix it? Or are you just wondering if you'll ever make it to your next flight without a biometric meltdown? Smash that like, hit subscribe and ring the bell, because if this is how the story starts, just wait till Starmer tries to explain Schengen 2.0 next year. This was your Starmer Airspace update. Reporting from the Terminal of Chaos, I'm your host, and I'll see you on the next flight, if we're ever allowed to board. Godspeed, Britain, and someone please tell Keir to check his email.